to the Phoenix Feed. I'm your host, Izzy Maybe.
And I'm your host, Savannah Hill. There's a lot to tell you about this week, so stick around.
This week is College Week. Each day there is an activity related to college. Monday, wear a college shirt with jeans. There will be an assembly for the junior high.
Tuesday, there will be a 9th grade trip to the University of Utah.
Wednesday, there will be a discussion about college in your Pride class.
Thursday is a breakdown of how to pay for college.
Now, let's check in with the Sports Center. Welcome to the Sports Center.
Last week, the boys basketball team had a home game against Mountainville.
The boys' team played hard during this game.
Wowza!
They set a fast tempo for the game. They also played tight defense that forced turnovers and steals.
Yeah, boy! Look at them go.
Our boys worked well together and lots of players scored, including Anson Ford, Joseph Welsman, Gage Vance,
Incredible.
Zach Bates, and Harrison Ford.
They lit.
The varsity game ended 53-24.
They on fire.
They have another home game against AP Salem at 4:30.
Come support our team. And now, back to the newsroom.
Thanks, Mara and Shelby.
Now there are some announcements. On Tuesday, there is 2 field trips. 3rd grade is going to the planetarium and 9th grade is going to the U of U.
There is also an elementary leadership breakfast on Tuesday at 8:30. On Wednesday, there is a junior high music department field trip to the Abravanel Hall.
Abravanel Hall?
Right.
On Thursday, there is a theater field trip to Harriman High School, and math club is after school.
This Friday is Pride Day in the junior high. It is also a drop dead day. Make sure that you get all your work turned in.
And now we have a message from Miss Kinikini.
Hi, I'm Sophie, and I'm here interviewing Miss Kinikini. We're here to talk about the role of a school counselor. First, what does a school counselor do?
Oh my gosh. What do we not do? No, I'm just kidding. We are data driven. So we look at achievement data and we target interventions that will help students in closing the gap. And we're leaders, we're advocates. I advocate for students. We're collaborators. We work with parents, the admin, teachers, the school community to make sure we give the students a really good experience in an academic learning safe environment, right? We promote equity among all students. I'm their advocate in every kind of way, making sure they all have equal opportunities to access to resources. It's super important. Counselors look at the big picture of things. They kind of step back and look at the big picture and where can we target Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 interventions. And Tier 1 is like the whole school, Tier 2 is like just a group of students, and Tier 3 is individual. So we are an intricate part of collaborating and stuff like that. I am the Hope Squad advisor. I'm lead over the counseling department with Mrs. Klein, our school psychologist, and our social worker, Stacy Clark. And we work as a team together to help students with their social emotional learning needs, as well as, for me, the college and career and academic needs and transitioning into high school and into junior high. That's kind of what I do a lot of. So, yes.
Where do students go to get immediate help?
Good question. So if it is an emergency classifies as if someone's at risk for hurting themselves or others, they would come to my office. If I'm in a meeting, they would knock on the door to interrupt the meeting if it's an emergency. If it's not an emergency and it's an academic need or a schedule change, or they needed to talk to me, they can fill out a counseling slip on my door and just slip it under my door. So another good thing to remember is really make sure you use those skills that we're teaching you in Pride when you're having a hard time, right? The emotional battery, the relational resilience, and kind of remember those skills we're teaching you to help emotionally regulate, identifying what you're feeling at that moment. Talk to a teacher or a trusted adult is a good thing as well. It's anybody that could help you with that. Also, another one is if you come to me, like I said, I am a resource for you, but I'm not a therapist. and a school psychologist. So, but I will provide resources to you and your parents that could get you outside help. So, so I just wanted to make sure you guys remember that.
What's the hardest part about being a school counselor?
The hardest part about being a school counselor is watching my students who are going through severe, huge life changes. I think that's really hard because I feel for them, and also there's really not enough time in the day. Being a school counselor, over 1,000 kids, and trying to get everybody help that we need. I think that's the hardest part, is I can't be everywhere at once.
And last question, what's your favorite part about being a school counselor?
Oh my gosh, that's easy. So you guys, right? I love my students and I will advocate for them any way I can. Being with them is really the highlight of my life. People have said that you're crazy to want to work with teenagers, and I love teenagers. But I tell them, I'm like, their vibrance and their youth, it's just so fun to be around them and to watch them grow academically and talking about careers and potential exploration of that kind of stuff. And that is such my passion, is the students. I love kids, period.
Thank you, Miss Kinikini, for doing this interview, and we'll see you back in the newsroom.
Our last announcement is about the Peak fundraiser this year.
Instead of selling anything, this year we are just asking for donations. If every student brings $20, Peak will reach their highest goal.
Please help support our school. This money will help teachers in their classrooms, support the Art Foundation, and many other great programs at our school.
Bye, Felicia.
I'm gonna go make some mac and cheese.
Have another game against APA Salem.
Oh, my booty. That was a phone.
Welcome back to ASMR with